Alright, listen up. We're officially at war with Russia. Under Article 5 of the NATO Treaty, an attack on any country in the NATO alliance constitutes an attack on all countries of the NATO alliance. Russia has launched a multi-point attack, starting with a flight of 4 Tu-22 Blinder supersonic bombers to attack Bodo in Norway. Bodo is the primary fighter base for the Royal Norwegian Air Force, housing the majority of their F-16 fleet. They overflew Finland and Sweden, and the Swedish Air Force intercepted them. They refused to acknowledge on radio or visually, and inevitably were shot down well inside Swedish airspace for violating their sovereignty. A flight of MiG-27s conducted a strike on the Globus 1 early warning radar site at Vardo, destroying the array. This has compromised NATO's ballistic missile defense warning time. They attacked the American carrier battle group using a flight of 6 Tu-16 Badgers carrying anti-ship missiles. They were surprisingly escorted by Russian Naval Aviation Su-27K Flanker Ds, supported by air-to-air refueling from an Il-78M Midas. We splashed 4 of the Tu-16s, 2 of the flankers, and the refueler. But in the process, we had a bittersweet, with a Hornet splashing a Tomcat with an AMRAAM. That Hornet went on to ditch at sea due to fuel exhaustion. 2 birds from our carrier group lost to bad practices. Squadron commanders, section leaders, spread the word. Stick to your training and declare before engaging. I do not want any more blue on blue or birds falling out of the sky because of bad fuel management. A-10s out of Banak supported Norwegian coastal rangers on the border of Norway and Russia, resulting in them attacking a Russian military column crossing the border, destroying 10 vehicles before having to return to base due to mechanical issues. More disturbingly, we have reports that the aviation cruiser, the Admiral Kuznetsov, along with several escorts, are beginning to sortie north of the Polyarny Inlet. There are 2 reasons why they would be doing this. The first would be to support an amphibious assault force headed for either Iceland or Bodo. The other is to support the sorties of submarines coming out of Polyarny, or it could be both. We are continuing south, heading towards Andoya, to seek air coverage from land-air assets. Right now, if the Russians neutralize Norway, it could give the Russians a staging base to assault Iceland and open the Greenland-Iceland-United Kingdom gap, allowing them to surge their submarines into the North Atlantic and choke off sea lanes from the United States, preventing reinforcements from reaching Europe. We need to regain the initiative. Just like they're trying to do with us, we need to pluck out their eyes and take away their ability to see what we're doing. So, the Carrier Air Group will launch a strike on their early warning site at Olenogorsk on the Rybachi Peninsula. The problem is, it is one of the heaviest defended areas of the Kola Peninsula, with SA-2 and SA-3 batteries. While the Carrier Air Group attacks Rybachi Peninsula, Norwegian F-16s will attack the SAM sites around Pechenga and Koshka-Yavor, and the Swedes will carry out a runway denial operation against Koshka-Yavor. A-10s from Banak will continue their interdiction of Russian ground forces crossing the border. They are getting close to Kirkenes, which will give them a foothold inside of Norway, complete with an airfield to stage from. We need to do everything we can to prevent that opportunity. That's it for now. Carry on.